the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals has handed Trump a major victory when it comes to Portland National Guard troops. It's another show we covered on AM Update, which people should be listening to. And it's amazing because the Ninth Circuit, I didn't actually realize how far to the middle the Ninth Circuit has been pulled, Stu, because it used to be hard left. You would know if any case went up to the Ninth Circuit, a Republican president would lose. It was dominated by leftists, but no longer. Now there are 16 Democrat-appointed judges and 13 Republican-appointed judges. Trump had 10 seats to fill during 1.0 on the Ninth Circuit. And so anyway, now it's almost even. So if you're going to draw, the way they do it is you draw a 3-judge panel when your case goes up an appeal from one of the district courts in that region, which is like Seattle, parts of California. And so the odds are decent that you might get a fair panel, even if your name is Donald Trump. And that's what happened. He got 2 Trump-appointed judges and he got 1 Democrat-appointed judge. And the 2 Trump-appointed judges found in his favor, saying he does have the power to send the National Guard in there to protect ICE troops as they are doing their job. And so it's back on his efforts to support ICE in doing their job to clean up Joe Biden's mess. Now, of course, first of all, the Democrats, I repeat myself, but it is Portland and the state of Oregon who are suing Trump, and they are trying to stop it. So they are now asking for an en banc panel of the Ninth Circuit to review, which would be 10 judges. It's not actually the full circuit, but basically most of the circuit would sit and take another crack at it. 11. That could happen, 11 judges. Or they could deny that and it could go right up to SCOTUS, where, we'll see what the Supreme Court says about this. In any event, right now he's gotten a legal victory. And the left that's telling us there's no there in Portland. It's fine. We don't need additional law enforcement. Everything's under control, is really having to struggle to explain scenes like this one, which was captured by Nick Sorter on scene in Portland last night. We are looking, for the listening audience, at what looks like pure chaos. It's smoke bombs everywhere. You can see cops that have gas masks on, helmets with night vision goggles and lighted helmets so they can see what the hell they're doing, trying to hold the line against the protesters. I mean, it looks like something out of like Gaza. I mean, I don't know what I'm seeing here, but I'm seeing chaos. And look, Stu, that's the problem, is that the Democrats create those scenes. Then the Republicans, Trump tries to clean them up. Then the Democrats say, there's no problem here. Why are you sending the troops? And they go out and they film like a quiet moment being like, there's nothing going on. But God bless people like Nick Sorter who are going there to show us this is why. This is why. There are bounties on ICE officers' heads. They do this to the officers every night. They protest the building. You're not even safe when you're in there. At some venues, as we know, down in Dallas, they're shooting at ICE officers, actually trying to kill them. So Trump needed this win, and so does the country.
Yeah, and we know one of the parts of the strategy is to be so violent to the reporters that do go to cover it. And we've seen Andy Ngo been beaten, and have real physical consequences from this. And it's happened to many of the people who have tried to cover these incidents. It's funny, one of the central arguments made in defense of not sending the troops to Portland was, well, there was an issue back in June, but now it's over. And now, so it doesn't make any sense to send the people there to actually, protect these employees. And then we see this, of course, last night, which is it's you can't make it up. First of all, I remember the Ninth Circuit being this leftist. It used to be the joke that we would make whenever we go to the Ninth Circuit. You'd know it was lost. It was a lost cause every single time, and that's a undersold part of Trump 1 that we should all appreciate. What we all remember, the Supreme Court changes that were vitally important, but what he did in the lower levels of the courts really were massively important to the country.
It's also why we need 8 years of J.D. Vance on the back of this term. But keep going.
It would be very, very impressive what he would do in that 8 years. The other thing about this, too, is at the end of the day, this isn't the court or the president doing this. This is Congress. Congress gave the president this power. And Congress does a lot of things when they give the power to the president. I oftentimes disagree with what they do there. I'm not a fan of, I'm not a big tariff guy. I don't like the fact that they gave a lot of power to the president to do that, but they did. And it's Congress's role. If they want to withdraw this power from the president, they could do that. Now, he has other pathways to doing some of these things anyway. But This was specifically designed for a reason, and it was given to the president at his discretion, largely, to be able, he has wide berth as to why he believes the threat is there. And, the footage you show from last night is evidence of this. If you have to go to a court and say, hey, we believe there's a current emergency, and they say, well, actually, we think that emergency expired 2 weeks ago, you're taking the power away from the president, which is where Congress put it.
Well, and the courts, by the way, in listening to that, because we heard the oral argument before the Ninth Circuit, the courts were like, okay, so we're supposed to, as a court, overrule the president who says, no, it's an ongoing danger. It could flare back up at any point. We're supposed to be the arbiters of that?
Right. No, that's not the power that they were given. And also, we found out that, yes, it can flare up. It just flared up right after all of this happened.
It's flaring.
So, I love this standard as well. Like, forget all the legal stuff and all the Congress and all that. Think of yourself as an employee who works in that building. What is your standard of safety? Is your standard of safety, well, I have to wait until I get abused for a few weeks before they help me? Do I get to my car tonight, or do I have to wait and get things thrown at me or maybe shot at me for multiple weeks before someone comes to my assistance?
Or somebody rams me with their car or blocks me in who's armed. Like, how far does it have to go? Because we've seen that in city after city. And it's all at ICE agents. I don't even really care that much what's happening outside of Portland, but what's happening outside of Portland is bad, as we just showed you. But they're allowed to take into consideration what is happening at Portland in places like Dallas, where we've seen this kind of behavior. And across the country, we're seeing ICE officers targeted. I think the basic argument that they're making in the Ninth Circuit, in California, in all of these cases where they're going in against Trump can be summed up by that lady giving the interview to the female reporter. Him is horrible. That's really what it is. That's it. They're not that smart. They just have a serious case of TDS, and it all boils down to him is horrible. That's what we're seeing, Stu.
Yeah, and for people so concerned with pronouns, you'd think they'd know it's not him is horrible. That's not how the language
irony.
works.
Buy gold and get free silver. That's right. For every $5,000 purchased from Birch Gold Group this month in advance of Veterans Day, they will send you a free patriotic silver round that commemorates the Gadsden and American flags. Look, gold is up over 40% since the beginning of this year, and Birch Gold can help you own it by converting an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold. Plus, they will send you free silver honoring our veterans on qualifying purchases. And if you are current or former military, Birch Gold has a special offer just for you. They are waiving custodial fees for the first year on investments of any amount. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, consider diversifying your savings into gold. Text MK to the number 989898 for a free info kit and to claim your eligibility for free silver, too, with qualifying purchase before the end of the month. Again, text MK to the number 989898. Message and data rates may apply. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.